Hello, friends. Still trying to get myself somewhat situated, but we're almost there. Don't know why everything's so dark today, but it is. Possibly because everything is getting darker. Hope everyone is having a lovely week. I hope that my stream is coming to you loud and clear. Let me make sure that I am on thing that gives me the least amount of lag. Give me 1 second. Sorry, folks, for having a little happy anniversary. Is it an anniversary? Why is it an anniversary? Oh, my Dragon Con anniversary. We're talking about my Dragon Con anniversary? That's next week. But yes, happy anniversary to me. And I don't know why the multi-chat is not having... Well, that's new. Multi-chat isn't pulling in everyone. So hi if you're on... Oh, it's your 34th month subversary. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna lie, a slightly weird anniversary. That's... Is that 3 years? Is it? No. 36 is 3 years. Right? No? Am I am I bad at math? So bad at math. I'm way too bad at math to do the job that I do, everybody. It's... Oh, happy wedding anniversary! Yay! Oh, happy Wayne! Just walking by. Panda man. Happy cat sitting on the other end of the couch. Why can't you just lounge behind me? Like, I would get so many more viewers if you would just be cute behind me instead of over there. Everybody knows people tune in for cats. Yeah, I don't know how we're sneaking up close on 3 years, but thank you for sticking with me. I will do some kind of subiversary. Yeah, oh my gosh. That's so many years. Oh, she's coming. She's coming, but she's not being behind me. She's just sitting next to me. She's like, ooh, you're talking to the camera. I refuse. I refuse to perform. Oh, there we go. Well, thank you for joining me on this Wednesday so we can see whether or not my technical issues were perhaps more about weather problems that one week, because we were having real bad weather that week, um, than anything else. Hopefully I'll be able to get back to Quest for Glorying on Friday, because then I've got to take another 1 week break because I will be at DragonCon. But tonight, I want to do some Slay the Spire. Good, 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 good. I'm also vaguely concerned that the way I have to do Quest for Glory 2, because of what a old game it is and how it tries to literally take over my computer, um, is that I need 3 screens, and I'm wondering, oh, who's Nibbly? Um, I'm wondering if that was overtaxing my graphics card a bit. I don't know. I mean, it's weird that it just was doing it all of a sudden and hadn't been doing it for a while. Because it has, what it's trying to do is I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do my television, which I use for the secondary screen, and then I've got another widescreen. So, oh goodness gracious. So yes, I have officially slayed the Spire. I did it with the Silent, which of course is the easiest one to do. I have been trying now to do the same with the Defect because God knows I cannot do it with the Ironclad. It's too hard. Um, Especially since I've been doing stuff with the Silent for so long. You just get so... Hey, Mortex! What a handsome fella you are. Yeah, you get really, really used to the one strategy, and then you have to completely retrain yourself. And there is nothing more different strategy-wise from the Silent than the Ironclad. The Silent is all about building up. Is all about building up an engine. Where I feel like the Ironclad is more about like power sacrifices. It's like I need to give up a bunch of health to take this guy out real quick. Oh, one should be dedicated to Claire Obscure. Expedition 33 is by far one of the best games I've played in a minute, and if I ever would let Mortex use the PS5, I would insist that he play it. Though of course you could also get it on the computer and play it that way. What a brilliant game! What a surprisingly brilliant. I mean, it's its flaws. Like every game has its flaws. But it's gorgeous and multi-layered and wonderful. I do want to get back to replaying it. I want to say I'm taking a little break. I want to play and really like enjoy Gustav. Just enjoy my time with him. It's interesting getting into Act 3 because I feel like Act 3 has less as Act 3 goes straight to the end game if you wanted to. But you know, it's good to explore the world some more, and all exploration in Act 3 is completely optional. Except for the idea that, like, you know, you want to be powerful enough in the end. I was actually overpowered for the end. Which I don't mind. Yeah, I want to spend some time with Gustav. I feel like maybe I should, like, maybe one day I'll do a little one-off, or, I don't know. I'd totally go back to playing Claire Obscure on stream. My only issue there, of course, is that when you do things on stream, people expect you to, I don't know, do them in a little more difficult fashion. I can only do Claire Obscure on easy. I don't have the twitchiness in my fingers, nor the desire to build it to parry and dodge appropriately. Look, I completely ignored the goddamn gestural games, because I hate them, and I hate whoever thought of them. That's just the way it is. Like how cute the defect is. Like every so often I fully start to appreciate the design of Slay the Spire. Like I've played it now I've played over 300 hours now. And I look at it and there's just so many like little things and little details to notice over time. So I decided the defect was a good one after the Silent, because the Silent, like I said, is all about trying to just get enough block not to die, get a whole bunch of free hits, and hopefully build up a poison engine. Those are the ways that the Silent functions. You have to build up one of those three engines really, really, really high, because otherwise you're going to get screwed when you get to the heart. You're going to get screwed when you get to the elite before the heart, and that's actually what gets you. Because I've done really well, and I've built really, really, really good engines, even with the defect here, with the orbs, and you just get screwed over by those the two elites, the sandwich elites. I'm going to choose to obtain a common relic. Let's see what we got. Okay. Just a reminder of the defect's abilities, since I don't think I've done a run with him on stream before. We start with the cracked core, which is, I love how it's represented. It's represented in the actual design of the character, which gives you one lightning automatically every time you start, and of course the Omamori, I probably said that wrong, which allows you to negate 2 curses, which is good because one of my favorite end game relics, or like, you know, end of stage relics, end of level relics, is the Vel, and then of course it always leaves me with that stupid curse that I can never get rid of. So we're gonna leave the whale. I would assume he's a whale. Okay, so a reminder, so we're doing a true run for the heart. We'll see how far we get. I'm still relearning the defect, so good luck to me, I guess. So let's see here, which means we've only got, so we're going to be doing our best to minimize damage up through the Fiery Elite. Okay. That is my number one recommendation for playing this. Get your Elite key on floor 1. You will regret getting it any other time. See, this is one of the powers, obviously, of the defect is your passive abilities. And when you start off, your most obvious passive ability is, of course, going to be the lightning. I'm taking small amounts of damage, nothing that I don't think will recover from. Okay, so this is actually a surprisingly difficult choice. As a rule, I really like zero-cost cards because that allows you to play more cards in a turn. Delightful. Leap is one of the better block cards, which can be powerful early in the game. We do also have Bullheaded, which allows you to have passive block being done as Channels 1 Frost. I think this early in the game, I'm going to stick with block. Especially since I'm trying to run for that elite with minimal damage. Alright. What's good is I can always get a little extra damage in every round, no matter what. So he's giving me a little room to get that extra bit in there. Get some frag cards real early. Get another thing. We're going to make sure that he can't do any damage at all this round. Once again, we're going to give up more damage, or passive damage. Yeah, I find that if you don't get the block cards early in the game, you can unfortunately want them much later. And they don't show up as much later. Stack kills me, because I always pull stack right when the discard pile refreshes. And I hate that. So let's get a Sweeping Beam. So some group damage is always good. Heavier one. Oh, of course. Said, I don't know if I'm just cursed when it comes to stack. It feels that way. Get 5 luck. Take another point of damage, but said we're minimizing damage. These are not terrible amounts of damage. Ah, there we go. It's always nice. I love when you get a defragment nice and early in the defects run. Okay, so that is a 5 block. Then let's do that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the double hit on the guy. Okay. good. It actually took out the jerk. I also work. I tend to work with a very large deck. Jesus! All right. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Sometimes I can just feel it in my bones that I'm not gonna make it. My powers were matched. I'm not gonna make it past the fire elite. I feel like this might be one of those times. Draw, discard all cards, do not have 0, that's different. Hologram's always a good one. It allows you to replay something. Yep, gotta go that way. This guy. Yeah, I'm just, the cards are not with me right now. If I crap out on this one early, I will, play this again. But no, like I said, I'm down for like swapping between a few of the games tonight. I've also completed. Oh gosh, what's that? I've also completed one Belatro card run. Still trying to open up new decks there. There we go. Guess I'll take the cool-headed. I almost feel like I want to rest because I don't know what the... Yeah, I don't know what he's going to be. I can always shoot for that next one in the hope that I do well. There we go. That is... And you mentioned working with a larger deck. That is both a blessing and a curse when you're working with a larger deck. Because obviously you don't cycle through the deck as often, so your really good cards may not come up as much, but you have a much larger deck. That was give you some dual cast. So many blessings of the forge. Okay, that's a good one. This is 0 one. Okay, so it was not as bad as I thought it might be. Gives me a 0 zap. So, this guy only has a little extra life this time, which is good. And of course, one of the good things about the orbs is that they are unaffected by his stupid ability. Oh, shoot. I should have done that first. Starts hitting you with the right here with the less strength and all that other kind of nonsense. That's not going to get impacted. And we have them more than halfway down already, which is pretty good. I liked that was a good sequence of events. I was able to get a little extra block out of it before he got that. All right, potions always appeared in combat rewards. I'm key. I don't actually care. I don't know why this cool-headed card keeps coming up this run. I don't love it. As much as I like the toxic egg, I will forego that. For this. No, I hate parasites so much. And it says something that I'd rather fight these assholes. Gave me the vulnerable, which is the thing, of course, we hate about the mushrooms. It's better to try to stagger when you're doing with these guys, so you don't get hit with all of the vulnerables at once. That'll kill you real quick. And then when it comes to this, sometimes it's okay to play a little bit of a waiting game, because you do know you have passive damage coming through. Since they're both going ahead to do that at the same time, we're good. Alright. Ah, the mushroom. That's good. Energy potions, leaps. Force field is good because force field gets progressively cheaper. Like, right, so I'm gonna recall that because I've got another one coming up. I've got two more coming up. Oh, of course. Fucking hate this. Ah. Fortunately, I did get a the sweep one, which will give them all 6 damage. I just need to get to it. Sweeping beam, which is always a nice one. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna take that out. Yeah, if you've got these little mother effers, or the other like little group of mother effers that usually comes up, and you don't have the like something that does a bunch of like group damage, it's always such a pain in the rear. It's like right, I guess I'm taking another frost card. I don't know what it's trying to do. Maybe it's trying to give me a hint. I'm not quite feeling good enough to smith at the moment. Alright, headed. Fragments. We'll get some block. fact that they steal money from you, irrespective of whether or not you blocked their attack. That's the thing that's annoying about the thieves. I dislike that. Potion. I'm gonna grab the claw. The claw! Okay, now we're going into this with full health. Which there's some argument that I should go ahead and trust in myself and Smith. Because let me tell you, having Zap be a 0 value card really is worthwhile. Any truly successful run I have had, it has been because Zap has been a 0 value. But also, I'm not doing a good job of blocking that, so that would have been really, really bad for me to not have some block there, right? No. We're doing our passive damage. Oh yeah, dual cost when it upgrades to 0. Or dual cast, I should say. I appreciate the plasma upgrades from 2 to 1. This is definitely block yourself as much as you can. I always do that. I always put the do the card that has vulnerable, like it's the second card. It's a problem. Alright, maybe I should, I did need all of those, cool-headeds. What's so funny about this game is like how when you first do it, it really does feel like this first guy here, no matter who it is so hard. So now, like, I don't know the exact number, but most of the time I can. What is the defragment card is the power card that I picked. I'm sometimes confused as to what counts as a power card versus a skill card versus a whatever card. Dual cast. That's right. Sharp height. Thorny hide off thorny. Okay, that's on. Smack. There we go. I remember to do it first this time. 0 card, 0 card. this card. Cool-headed to the boost. And let's keep all damage from happening this time. Oh, I forgot. I'm so silly sometimes. Forgot about the passive block. Zap! Look, don't question whether or not I almost yelled Bim Bam. That is only for me to know. Bim Bam! Well, Bim Bam protects us across all games, at all times. Bim Bam! A focus potion. Get that. Ooh, Buffer! Buffer is a nice card. It's my favorite Percy Bell. Guess who's not getting cursed this time? Nope, I'm not getting cursed. Ha ha. Ooh. Extra life! Because I do think that is one thing that almost cannot be stressed enough, is how the relics will help you. Like the relics, and of course the fairy potion, which is also a great one. But like you get that, and you get the fairy potion, you get 3 lives, and that's pretty cool. Now the issue, of course, going up the rest of these times is how confident are you in your ability to take on the elites, because obviously the elites will give you more stuff, but you also truly can done screw it up. I guess I'm using that. Don't like this guy. In fact, actively hate this guy. Because it's really hard to get past his shelliness. Especially with this particular character, it's particularly hard to get past his shelliness. And that does not count as getting past his shelliness. You actually have to hit him. The pair. Yeah, he's like the shell douchebag or something like that. See, now it's one of those situations where I've got too much block and not enough attack. I misjudged that one. I should have needed to start whittling down his shell. His, her, it, I don't know why I always assume gender. I shouldn't. It's wrong. Alright, so now I'm down. I've knocked down 1 shell. The angry pair! That is ultimately, of course, the trick. As long as I can do, in the end, more harm to it than it can do to me, I can afford to whittle down just a little bit. Yeah, I'm really not getting good orb cards this go around. It's quite disappointing. Great, that one. Like, I haven't gotten any darkness orbs, I haven't gotten any plasma orbs. Like, it's just, like, I haven't even gotten the version of the frost orb that allows me to do damage and do frost. Which is mildly annoying. Like I said, we're slowly whittling this bad boy down. Said, unfortunately, this one's not an engine builder. Really only has the one party trick, which is the shelling, or two party tricks. The shell and the suck your life away just a little bit. What are you doing, Blue Kitty? There we go. This is taking forever. There we go. Ooh, sequence 0. Oh, this is a hard one. Streamline does so much damage, and of course, once you play it twice, it's 0 for the rest of the combat. I feel like Streamline is the best one at the moment because I'm solid on block at the moment. Yes, that is 1000% true. Like, I find this, the silence does not... The silent can have that problem, I find that it happens far less. Said, I am also not getting good cards this run. This run has been deeply disappointing card-wise. At least up until this point. Oh, buffer. I don't know why I did that. I thought I had a... For some reason I thought I had a lightning in that spot, but I ruined that. Sometimes I have a dummy. Also, why did I not use my higher block card? Once again, sometimes I have a dummy. That's right. Get the extra damage with the draw card. Like this guy, but it's fine because he's dead. I'd rather have a power potion than a colorless potion. No, I don't want that. See, this is one if you've already got another card that helps you with that. No, Oh, those are all lousy cards for what I currently have in my deck. This sucks. I have a very sneaking suspicion that these guys are going to take me out. Because the defect is also very much an engine character, and my engine is not moving. I don't have the thing that are pushing. I don't have enough stuff to push my orbs through. I don't have I don't have things that do enough damage. I don't have things that are giving me enough. Like, I've had plasma runs where I have gotten plasma to the point where I literally cannot use all of the plasma that I have, like all of the energy that I have. I'm just overstocked energy. I'm sitting there with 12 out of 3. Yeah, these guys get me. Cannot mathematically survive this hit. Oh! I forgot about the lizard tail! What a terrible way to use the lizard tail, though. Jesus. No, since I used the lizard tail... I might as well keep going. Essence of Darkness. Oh, terrible cards. Jesus. All right. Well, let's see what I got from the merchant. I got extra 15. That's not a bad one. Let's go! Oh. Well, if the other guy didn't get me, this one probably is. I did have lots of cash, whatever it could be. Yep, this son of a bitch. This is the end of me. I'm not even gonna bother to use buffer because it's only gonna block the first one. I'm going to die at one point. 1, 2, dead! What time is it? 8:16. So that was a fairly respectable defect run. Let's move on to some Belatro. Have we? So the Spire did in fact slay me. Nice to see you, shiny object. It's been a minute. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move straight into poker. I'm looking forward to Broadway time with you. When is your Dracula show? If you don't mind me asking, you don't mind putting out to the world. Yeah, poker. Somehow more addictive. So I guess the question is, which deck should I use? So we've got the red deck, which is +1 discard. Blue deck +1 hand. I have eaten a run with the yellow deck, so we're not going to do that. Green deck, extra money if you have hands left over. +1 Joker slot, -1 hand every round. I don't need the ghost deck, and then of course I've got some lock decks here. I feel like I need to try the red, like I don't know. Clearly, money bought my way to the top here. Let's go with the extra discard. Let's go. Hey, all one, good to see you. Yeah, the black deck is really hard. Those jokers are really what's going to get you through. And there are strategies here that I definitely am still learning. Like obviously the skip blind, like willingly just moving on for whatever ability it says here. I've never skipped a blind. That's just not who I am. Of course, we've got these early versions where you're just playing some straight poker. Can't go wrong with Full House. Beat it in one hand. So let's see here. This is such a fucking bitchy little thing. I bought it just to see if it did something secret, and apparently it doesn't. Or if it does, like, I didn't look it up, so if it does, it's not anything that I can see. This is a good joker, especially early on. So I'll go ahead and keep that. So I will miss you for the first show. I am on the 30th. But I will see you for the second. I will say also that when I got my yellow card run, I possibly got the absolute best combo of cards between the Celestial Packs and the Jokers for 2-pair, which of course is one of the easiest easiest ones to predict, I should say, in the end. Also, you have to understand that while I in theory do math, I don't do math. I don't do statistics well, so sometimes I'm just going off of vibes. Like, you'd be like, why are you getting rid of your 1 pair? Because I want to see what else comes for me. Because I want to see if I can get this straight. Especially when I've got spades on the menu. So, I've got a bunch of discards left. So, no, that's not good. Come on, let's discard one more. Let's see if we luck out. Ooh, we lucked out! Alright, so we're gonna do a crazy spade run. Off a flush. We're gonna play this hand. Slimesicle. Okay, I know Osis loves Slimesicle, so I'll have to give that a go. There's also something about this game, like, you know when we played Inscription, and, like, you felt as though the game itself was stealing your soul a little bit. That's how I feel about Belatro. I feel like Belatro is slowly but surely taking something away from me in a way that Slay the Spire is like a comfort game, where Belatro makes me feel like the devil's coming for me. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. I'm gonna start off with a Celestial pack. I want to see what we've got here. Straight flesh is impossible. Level up. Great. Statistically, I'm a little bit better at a straight. If we had a flush in there, I would have done it. I like to do 2 pair and flushes when I do that. Distant Worlds. Is that an add-on? Like, I don't know about Distant Worlds. I'm also probably taking the Panda Kid to see Les Mis because I feel like it is required that he see Les Mis. Like something is wrong with me if I don't take him to see it. Must play 5 cards. Well, in that case, I am going to obviously need to shoot for the heart here. Oh no, did I already have 5? I did have 5. I'm just a fucking dummy sometimes. Play hand. Oh, the Final Fantasy Orchestra. I have such mixed feelings about, because I did the Harry Potter Orchestra once when I was still cool with J.K. Rowling, and I had such mixed feelings on it. It's like, to some level it was really cool, and to some level I'm like, but it's like I'm just watching the orchestra play the soundtrack. No. Perfect, yeah, we killed this one. Yes, Malcolm has never seen Les Mis, and Les Mis is a formative Broadway experience for me. I don't know if some people have heard this story, some people haven't. So when I really decided that I wanted to do theater, I auditioned for the Holy Trinity Theater Department up at in Hicksville, New York, which had a really good theater department. Like, it was a Catholic school that actually gave no shits about being slightly offensive, because it was a New York Catholic school, and I guess they just kind of told offended parents to fuck off. They did quilt, play about AIDS the one year that I was there. So I decided I was gonna get really serious. I was gonna try to do theater. That was gonna be my thing. That was what I was gonna try to really love in my life. So my parents decided that they were finally going to take me to Broadway to see a show. So I lived on Long Island, going to Broadway to see a show was not a big deal. And they finally felt that me and my sister were old enough to appreciate it. So first thing they do is they go to TKTS, and what they have on sale there, they actually had obstructed view tickets to see Cats. And when I talk about, I don't love the joke. What is the voucher here? I don't need that. I need to get a few more. Yeah, I need to get a flush. Going up. So when I talk about how much I hate Cats, the musical, with all of my being, it is because that was the first Broadway show I ever saw. I saw it from obstructed view, and I was so effing bored. When I say that it was obstructive view, it was like, so I don't know if you've ever seen the set for Cats. Or I'm doing hands. But there's this huge junkyard view and this big old moon and stuff in the original Broadway version. I saw none of it. Like we saw the proceeding of the stage, so we got to see the cats a-catting. And the one cool thing is that we were sitting in like a box seat. It was an obstructed view box seat. So like we were for a moment a part of the show when the cats came out and like actually like catted on the edge of our box seat. You know, anytime the stage musical of Cats, and I have cried more than once to see if like, you know, if I could just get over my prejudice against Cats the musical because I love Cats the animal so much. Hate the stage version with a passion. The movie version has me in some kind of Stockholm syndrome because I will watch that anytime that someone puts it in front of me, as long as I have some alcohol and some people to make fun of it with. It fully went all the way around to being enjoyable again. By being that bad. But my parents also hated it. My parents were angry that that was the first Broadway show that they ever took their beloved daughters to. So we went out, got some food, were mad at Cats for a little while, and then my dad walked up to the Les Mis box office and bought us tickets to the mezzanine. And that is what I like to consider my truly formative Broadway experience because it was the one that I enjoyed. And there was a Black Fontaine. It was an understudy. And it was the first time it like occurred to me that, you know, anyone can play anyone on stage. So that was a great experience. Now, none of you ever had the pleasure of meeting Ed McDonnell, but when he decided that he was robbed, oh boy, he was robbed. See if we can get a queen. Come on. Come on. Give me a queen. Give me a queen. I know you're in there. I know you're in. I got you. I got you, bitch. See, I play this game on vibes. You know, Cats the movie was in fact the cause of the pandemic. I'm not even going to. I won't even lie about that. I think we shifted into an entirely different universe when Cats the musical came out. Perhaps it could be fixed entirely if they would just release the butthole cut. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna do this card because it's Delightful Chaos. I mean, Topher really loved Cats, so that could also be part of it. And then I took my sister Cat to see Cats. Oh my gosh, am I the cause of the pandemic? Did I double Cat? Oh no. I'm so sorry, everyone. I is the pandemic. Oh, I'm so used to pair being really good. Oh, that's not so bad. Yeah, but I got to just figure out some stuff here. So, great. I'm gonna throw that all away. Alright, so what have I got here? I've got a full house, and I don't have it multiplied, but still a good hand, especially since I'm going to get the spade multiplier. So I'd rather play that, especially since it's a high face card hand. This is great. So I'm going to see if I can luck out into another heart. House. I know we should. You never ever double cat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm functioning on vibes. Plus your multiplier when a booster pack is skipped. It's expensive though. Alright, I'm gonna choose the buffoon pack and see what I get here. Ooh, I do love the misprint. I love the misprint. The misprint is utter random chaos because your multiplier add-on will be F-nuts crazy. 7 cards get drawn face down. Oh no, I hate this one. Let's go for the spade. Oh no, it could be the spade. Go for a spade. No! I'm gonna get rid of everything I know that's not a spade. I might just F it up this time. No! Alright. I'm gonna go under chaos. Are you a spade? No! You're just a pair! Oh, but as I mentioned, sometimes the misprint will save you. Consider that. See, that's why I said puzzle with me. Suggestions and tips welcome. Did it really fucking come back? Son of a bitch. Alright, I will go ahead and... Oh, no, I don't... I always use it. I always use it. I don't know why I wouldn't want to use it. Sometimes misprint lets you down, but sometimes it loves you. I will also buy a diamond suit. I'll buy a spectral card. Add a negative and a random joker with -1 hand size. Destroys 5 random cards. So the other game on the list for this evening, of course, is Blueprints. I meant to play that just to get it out there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna discard this. No. You lucky. I'm still figuring out the logic behind Blueprints. Perfect. 1 in 1 hand. That's what I thought. Totally knew that was gonna happen. I have been slowly unlocking the rooms that carry over. a good one until I have something else. I still can't believe this son of a bitch is still out there. But it's like I've also been just kind of enjoying the story of it. And I know that's part of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just kind of be like, well, what's happening here? What's this thing? What's this magic? Give me a diamond. Give me a diamond, you whores. Why won't you give me a diamond? I don't like you. Alright, well, yes, we're just going for it. Nope. Said sometimes I get cocky. It's not a terrible combination. I don't think I'm going to get to 3,000. Oh, I did get to 3,000. Look at that. That is a good combination of things. My problem with the blueprints is, and of course, and that's my problem with any of these games, is I'm a little too scared of the negatives. I always buy and use right away for myself. That's steal cards. I also need to, and I've never figured out how to properly use the Arcana packs, or the Arcana in general, in this. Every time I try to use it, it does not work for me. So I'm thinking that there's just, oh no! A certain rank, and then I'm just gonna be a Chaos Goblin. I mean, that's worse things. I mean, at least I got Chaos Goblins with cards that are gonna re-trigger and give me some good numbers there. So that could have gone far worse. I'm not gonna lie. I don't need that. I don't need the aggravation. Oh no, I thought I had some double stuff there. Double stuff like an Oreo. I'm probably making mistakes. Mistakes! Oh, no, this is actually going to be a good hand. I did that. I've got things that help me with 4s. That's going to re-trigger. And that's how you win on a hand of 3, baby! Permit and temperance give you money. Okay. So maybe that's part of my, and this is one of the reasons I need some help. I don't want that one. So do I want to use this Arcana? Like, and how do Arcanas work? Like, do I use it and it carries through the like from that point forward, or do I just like, do I want to buy and use it now, or do I want to buy it and hold it? I guess is my question. For now. I mean, that seems like a generally good card to begin with. Also, fuck this guy. I can't believe I should have twice. Alright, so what have I got here? I've got Shine Bright Like a Diamond. Okay, so Arcana is one use then. It's not like Celestials where you use them and yay. But then also, this will have a lasting effect because it will add an effect to a Joker. card change. Okay, so the card change itself will be permanent. Okay. Let's get rid of you guys. You're not useful to me. Let's play a hand of 10 real quick. We've got enough things that'll give me multipliers. Make it worthwhile. That 0 multiplier, man, kills me every time. You know what? I'ma use it. Nope. What? It just said nope? Well, that's rude. That's rude AF. Cards then. Oh, it's 1 and 4 to trigger. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. I've got a bunch of parts that I don't need. Discard. Okay. That gives me some interesting multipliers. I haven't done the math, but we'll see how it works. Unfortunately, it's not the first card, so there's some stuff that's not going to happen there. Which will happen multiple times. There we go. Whoa! Okay, so you build up your jokers then that I could do, like, say, all 4s and all 10s. Can you? Okay, I've been trying to figure that one out. Okay, so I'm real glad that I'm playing this on stream because apparently I am not smart. No, we don't want that. Alright, so I'm gonna buy a Arcana pack. Right. Enhances 2 select cards to multi-card. Okay, so that's fine. Converts 3 selected cards. Ooh, that's actually a good one for me, right? Alright, so if I want to just make things diamonds, so I'll go ahead and make the Queen a diamond. I'm just... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make my 6s all diamonds. I'm going to shine bright like a diamond. They're all diamonds now. Because I have an ability, I have a card that makes me do cool things with diamonds. So I'm just increasing my likelihood of getting diamonds, which of course, not this hand, I guess. I'm getting rid of anything that is not a spade or a diamond. Diamond. You're killing me. It's killing me. Alright. No, I don't want to do that. I'm just playing hands, hoping that a diamond comes out. One multiplier! You whore. There we go. That's what I was looking for a flush level 2. Keep triggering, baby. Oh, not quite enough. Okay. Let's see what we do here. The king's gonna trigger multiple times. Yee! Okay. I think this is the only worthwhile thing I have to do now that me not upping the hair is mocking me. Oh no! I should have put the diamond on the left. When I don't make it, it's because I screwed up. Boo! What time? All right, I think this is a good time to switch over to blueprints because I'm a dummy. Oh, I guess I haven't played it in a minute. You can see, I've gotten back to playing a little bit of Cyberpunk. I'm finally playing it on the PS5, where it doesn't look like absolute ass. As you can see, I have not earned any trophies yet. I am deeply not good at this game. The sassy Joker. I will continue from day 15. And I said, I will take any and all suggestions. And I will let you see what I have unlocked beforehand. And it'll take me a moment to remember what buttons do what. Because I was playing this, and then I got Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and that, of course, took over my entire life. Entire life. Let's see, where do I see? Here we go. Okay, so this is the blueprints that I have. I have gotten the permanent edition of the Westgate Path, the Gemstone Cavern, the Apple Orchard, and that is it. Of course, the Westgate Path allows me to do the outer room. Okay, so you know nothing about this game. So I will then read the letter. I was very excited when this was a freebie game on PS Plus because I'd heard about it, and I didn't want to spend money on it, but it was great. So yes, so for the premise of this is that you have inherited this guy's estate. Only you're trying to get to the final room. The rooms move around every day, and you're not allowed to leave the estate. As you can see, there are steps in the left corner. When you run out of steps, you are too exhausted to continue your day, and you must end the day. You can see in the right-hand corner, because I unlocked the gemstone cave, I do have 2 gems. And it says, open only in the event of my death. So let's get the thing. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, Nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone such as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair? Yes. Okay. So the next thing we do is you can look around the entry hall, which of course is always going to be the first room, and this room is always the same. It is always the same. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Let's see if there's anything else, because sometimes there are things in the parlor. All right, so let's head to the right first. So, of course, you have the north wing, you have the west wing, you have the east wing. The east wing is slightly more forgiving than the west wing. There's lots of stuff that indicate that. There's also some kind of meta plot that unravels over time. So, the next thing you want to do is choose what room you are going to draft out to lay out in the path. The most sensible one to me right now would be to do the den, because I am here at the start of the house. I might as well give myself as much room to move. Sorry. So, and as you can see, now that I have moved into the den, the den will allow me to move into this corner. It will also allow me to have an entry here. It will also allow me to have an entry here. This is for Harper. One of the most annoying things about the blueprints and the rooms is that you cannot rotate them in any way, shape, or form. So you will run into dead ends. That's just the way of it. And each room has little things about them. So when I put that down, one of the things it noted was that it has a gem. I can pick up at least one gem in this room. So that's good. I want to have things like gems because some rooms require gems to make. The other notable thing about Mount Holyoke and the rooms is that every single time you begin a new run, there are basics in the room that are the same every time, but there could be also things in the room that are just there for this run. Special objects, random gems, random keys, all of the kind of stuff that will help you. One of the other big things is that once you commit to moving in a direction, you must choose a room. There are some other rooms and abilities that will allow you to reroll, but they do not show up this early. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so this one is actually a little bit of a difficult situation. Yes, so you can see, the map here, so you can figure out what's going on. So the closet kills off my ability to move any further. Creates a dead end. It will create a dead end, which is not terrible though, because the closet also has 2 items in it, and items can be very, very useful. I could choose the pantry, which is free and allows me to go along the side, or I can get the observatory, which is a special item room and does have a gem requirement, and I do have gems. So, and the observatory is also one of the things that make this a roguelite game as opposed to a roguelike game. Stars you find every time you enter the observatory, it continues forward. There are special benefits that you will get, and I have found stars and I have gotten stuff before. So since I have gems and it is a specialty room, I will go ahead and choose this. So I'm going to do a quick search of the room, give this a spin because it lets me. That's another thing. You want to make sure that you're not backtracking unless you have to. So these are the fixed stars constellations. This lets you know what happens, what benefits you have for finding more and more stars. I think you gain a star every single time you build a room, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I'm going to go ahead and come up here just in case, make sure that we're not hiding anything. And you can see this is how you move the telescope. If you move it down, you cannot see anything. That's one of the first things you need to do. It's a small puzzle just to be able to see the stars. So I'm going to go ahead and look through. Oh, that's good. I'm seeing the Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors will be more common today. So that is actually really, really good and a benefit of doing the observatory early on. I have found this room, as you can see, 5 times, hence why we've got the Southern Cross. So this is an interesting one because I can use the corridor and be guaranteed to be able to move forward, but then I have I think I'm going to use the corridor because I do like to build the outside rooms while I can. And what is fun, as you can see here, is that if you do build a room on the outside, sometimes the room does come with windows if the room is situated for it. So we've got nothing special in here. Oh, I have to do the courtyard, especially since I've got the gem requirement for it. And I'm going to get the shovel right here. So this is a special item to pick up. Use it for an old withered shovel. It's useful for digging. So this is a green room. Green rooms are delightful and have a tendency to have benefits. They tend to be beneficial in many different ways. For example, I use that shovel that I just got to get a coin. Now that is different from the chapel, which is the opposite. The chapel is a red room. Whenever you enter the chapel, you make a donation to the church and lose a coin. There's the spare room, which really doesn't tend to have much of anything. And then there's the secret passage, which I don't think is good at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and continue onward on this end with the spare room. And I could be making mistakes. But I have not found a reason to not continue at this point. Okay, so that is locked. And I don't have lockpicks or a key. And and that is a standard lock. So now I'm being forced to backtrack. I will backtrack to here. Oh, hit the wrong button. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, that sucks. I don't have the gems for the passageway. So if I open up the archive, one of my floor plans will be hidden to me from that point forward. Which is why red rooms suck. I have too many steps left. I can't. Okay, and there's a random gem, which is not always there. So we've got Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold has yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been chosen the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning the prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye, even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relative of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations one might make with the Sinclair family. Hey, Wayne? Wayne, stream wants to know what you're drinking. Anything in particular? Says no, it's just Costco. Yeah, it's the weeknight drinking. Let's see. Swimbird author never considered herself a success by Gail Dermes. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so, as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Yep, nothing wrong with, there's the stuff you drink on the weekends when you're really kind of getting ready to relax, and then there's the stuff you're like, it's been a hard day. Let's have a bit of weeknight drink. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard question. Okay, so I have not actually read this before, so this is more lore for me. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on the leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. The local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. Oh boy. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at the press function. Something was seen at the corner. Suspicious bag under, waved down to local. This is the third major last year. It is anticipated charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. The trial begins on expected to grand treason. Ooh, someone's treasonous. No trace is discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories were written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. Last page. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Then Aries have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds digging for clues. The museum authorities say they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts or rumored to be stolen are the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose materials worth pales in comparison to its historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. Right, so you get screwed over mechanically by opening the archives, but you get to learn some stuff. So, where are we? Let's head back down this way and see what happens. Oh, I don't... That's fine by me. I don't... 7 locked doors. What? We're gonna go with the parlor because I don't need the den to connect at this point. Plus, the parlor has the parlor game, which I am sometimes very good at and sometimes very terrible at. Oop, the coin purse. I have coins. Or at least I will have coins. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving your invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it's been quite a while since we'd been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent most of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. And I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You pressed me to write with the particulars of the game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you should need to share with guests who would be inclined to play this confounding game. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least only one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. See, that is the trick here, is that you don't know how many boxes are true and how many are false, but we have the wind-up key, which is the component of the parlor games. Let's see if we can get some gems, baby. The box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contains gems. Nope, that cannot possibly be true. So that is a lie. That is a lie. box next to this box. Oh, no, wait. That has to be a lie. Oh, no. A box next to this box is true, but that's not next to it. Box next to this box. They can't possibly be true. Which means that this can't possibly be true. Because only one box has gems, right? I know the rules. Yeah, only one box has a prize within. Good night, Harper. And does that count as next to that? Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. I think this is the logic puzzle. No, it was probably this one. Oh, no, the box next to that means that this one had. I'm dumb. It was this box. I'm a dummy. I logic puzzled poorly. Well, I don't know, let's get ready to wind down, so let's just Chaos Goblin it. I got some stuff back. I always feel like the hat should be a thing. I always want to pick up the hat and have it be... Readings from Reddington. Oh no, let's have it be the kitchen. I am doing a chaos. I don't have enough gems for or coins for anything. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just do complete chaos at this point. Let's just see where the hidden rooms take us. Who knows? Or I'm just in a hallway. I'm in a hallway. Let's go to the south. I don't care. It had a gem requirement? Whatevs. I heard a rumor that eventually this is supposed to be playable. Like there's going to be a game here. From day 12 to 16, sorry for any inconvenience. Rude. I don't have enough coins for anything anyway. Without. I do know the terminal password. It is Swan Song. Sorry. Spoiler. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get the terrace. Though I might have just locked myself in, I'm not sure. I didn't. Okay. I'm just not gonna make do all the rooms. Which is fine. I also think that's the first time I've ever found the terrace, which is nice. Another one I haven't seen before. Chamber of Mirrors. Don't know what's happening. I keep looking. Is it a mirror? supposed to be able to eventually get through somehow? I do think that I am now locked. Yep, because I don't have a key. Oh no, I have one room out of the archives. This will take me back to the bedroom, which will give me a few extra steps. She's in it. She's in it. Don't I still have one room out of the archive? Ah, yes, I do have one more door out of the archive. Oh, I got double archived. That's fucking great. That was not what I wanted. Mirror room. You suck. Does that mean I'm not going to be able to see? Okay. For a moment, I thought that meant that I wasn't going to be able to see two rooms. And balls. That's the chapel. We're going out of here. The security room. Yay! Key card system settings. Oh, I haven't found the breaker box, so. Well, that's locked. Nook. At least I'll get a key for the locked room. Oh, that's the thing about scribbling stuff down. There's a locked room key. I can open that the door I revealed. Which door did I reveal? Oh, the one in the Chamber of Mirrors? I'm still very confused. I think I might need to get through all the rooms, but unfortunately I've now been blocked off by the chapel. Possibly? I'm going to go ahead and use my key here. That weight room is killing me. Ugh, these red rooms. It's utter chaos. Check one item here and retrieve it another day. I don't have anything I want to check. I don't need another observatory. Oh no! It took half my steps. Son of a bitch. Mirror room, you screwed me. I am just being a pure chaos goblin at this moment. Alright, so I don't think I've got anything. Oh no, I have to go back to the weight room. That was a mistake. Alright, well, since I'm gonna pass out before I make it anywhere, thanks to the weight room, I'm just gonna go outside and see what my outdoor room would have been had I made it. Assuming I even make it to my outdoor room. Yeah, but I found rooms this go around that I haven't found in previous in previous runs, which is cool. also took me a while to figure out what counted as a room outside. Like this appears to count as a room. Is this a room? No, that's not a room. And let's see. So, and I have drafted the root cellar and the hovel before, so let's see if we can draft a new outside room. Oh, this is always a good one. The metal detector when you can get that. But we're down to 4 steps. Yeah, man, when I managed to stumble my way into getting the garage and opening that up, that was pretty cool. It also took me a while to realize that this was down here. Does this count as... This may count as a room. Oh, no, it doesn't. I've lit one of these. No idea what's going to happen when I light all 4. No effing clue. And then, of course, I found this, but I don't know what's in it. Because it's dark. And it's scary. But yeah, that's the goal. It's like, I realize that I need to not be so scared of the red rooms. At the same time, I don't like them. Oh, I think that depending on what outside room you make. And of course, this is a room. I still need to unlock that as a permanent addition. I love how they insinuate that this is how you break the rules and don't stay overnight while staying overnight. I was very, very proud of myself when I figured out the dark room puzzle to get here, but since we're so close to the campsite, we might as well call it a day. Everything's just a little bit different tomorrow. Okay, everyone, I was actually getting ready to call it a night anyway. I found out I have a red villa. This is the first time I think I've gotten a red villa. 5 red rooms. Steps taken 52, items found, new rooms. So yeah, I found 3 new rooms this time, which is nice. But, good night. Thank you all for joining me this evening and my little roguelite run. I don't know what I'll be doing on Friday, but I'll be doing something. If anyone would like to join in on drinking a cocktail with me and doing some silly games. But as always, good night. I'm a panda full of opinions.